Most people are just scooting through life, minding their own business, zoning out while staring at big orb. Then, out of nowhere, some people are like,
"What are you doing?" "Scooting is done like this, not like that. Do it again."
"I'm sorry."
"And what's this?"
"I'm writing, and I did my best."
"I don't care, because you're doing it wrong." Another day, another problem fixed.
Karens. I've encountered several like this before, not as bad as some of the internet videos you see, but I want to tell some stories about them, specifically from when I was a lifeguard. One day I was keeping watch over the deep end of the pool as kids jumped off the 7-meter tall diving board. Another kid jumped off, then started swimming to the side. He was a slow boy, couldn't swim fast, so I glanced up to make sure no one would jump on him. A girl was on the edge of the diving board. She made eye contact with me, waiting for permission before jumping. She was actively watching the boy swim out of the way. And that's when the screaming started. The head guard ran over to my side of the pool, gesticulating in random directions as she screamed. "What's wrong? Is someone drowning but I didn't see them?" "I don't see anyone but the slow boy. Is someone at the bottom?" Scanning. "Nope, no one. Am I standing on a baby?" "Nope, not this time." "Is someone choking behind me?" "Nope, just a dad bod rocking a Speedo." "Why are you screaming? What's wrong?" Later we talked in the office with our manager, and the head guard said this.
"You should have yelled at the kid on the diving board so they didn't jump off and land on the boy."
"What? Why? She was following the rules and I made eye contact with her."
"Doesn't matter."
"What?" Pause. "I don't understand." Let's go through her logic. Case 1. The girl isn't smart enough to check and wait her turn. She just runs and jumps. Then what? I yell at her to stop when she's already in the air? At which point am I supposed to shout? Unless Karen wants me to yell the entire time before anyone even walks up to the edge, but that would be ridiculous. The second case, the girl is smart enough to wait her turn. What does that look like, They walk to the end of the board, look off the edge, then wait until it's clear. Just like how she was already behaving. Either way, no yelling required. Now, how did the head guard respond when I said all that? What did she say? Well, that's not what I said. I was too flustered and confused by the entire situation to do more than repeat what had happened and hope common sense blossomed within her. For years after, I would stay awake at night, imagining what could have been if only I had the right words. But alas, the regret. Our manager gave her opinion, and she was completely on my side. You know, that literally making eye contact as they were following the rules was more than safe enough. I didn't get into any trouble, and it never came up again. A whole lot of energy for a whole lot of nothing. I guess that's Karen's for you. Man, it feels good to finally vent about that. Remember, folks, try to be reasonable and understanding with people, or else they might draw you like this and call you a Karen in their YouTube video one day. Where does she land on the Karen scale? I give her a 5. She was trying to do the right thing, but was overreacting and was obviously wrong about it. Where do you think she lands on the Karen scale? Share below. Next Karen. One day it was busy, so there were 4 or 5 of us watching the pool at once. We were rotating guard spots, and the woman who was taking my spot walked up to me. I'm about to give her a heads up on what trouble I've seen in the area, but she speaks first. "I've been watching you guard for the last hour, and you're doing it wrong." "Huh?" "I've been watching you so closely I can tell how you're scanning the pool. You're looking at it like this, when looking around like this is more efficient. Do you understand? I want you to do that instead." Like last time, I was completely flustered. I just wanted out of that interaction. I'm pretty sure I'm okay. Thanks for the feedback. Here's my update on... "No, you don't understand. It's really dangerous. You need to do this or else someone might die. I'm trying to help you. I have so much more experience than you, so you should listen to me." She kept going. I kept getting more confused. I didn't know why she was doing this. She wasn't even a manager or head guard, just another lifeguard on the same payroll as me. Eventually, she started getting frustrated. The Karen was angry at me for not doing what she wanted, even though she has no authority in the slightest. Classic. I should have just ended the conversation, but I didn't know what to do other than just stand there and take it. The head guard, a different one from last story, came over to see why we were holding up rotation. "He isn't looking at the pool right. I'm trying to fix his pattern, but he's not listening." She just immediately went at it. "So that's how it's gonna be, huh?" The head guard responded. "What's he doing?" She said the same thing as last time. "He's doing this when he should be doing this." The head guard and I just looked at each other. He had this expression like, "What is happening? I don't want to deal with this. Just get back to work. I silently awaited his judgment. Hey Karen, stop watching your coworkers and start watching the pool. Maybe this is why you've had to jump in to save drowning people so much lately. He defended me entirely. 100% on my side. Kind of roasted her as well, damn. God, that felt great though. I liked that head guard. We weren't friends, but he tried hard and was fair to people. Karen kind of just stayed in her lane after that, but was randomly a little rude. I think that was just her personality though. On the Karen scale, I want to say a 6 out of 10. Very similar to the last story, but increasing numbers sounds neat, I guess. The scale, where put you, not you, her. Where would you put her? Moving on. Annoying coworkers are like cactus plants. This last one isn't about a coworker, but it's the last Karen story I want to tell. It's a little different from the other two in that no one was unreasonably telling me what to do, but it's still related. So one time I was off deck in the office, just hanging out and resting my legs when suddenly a lifeguard bursts in. She's furious. One of the swimmers is spitting on people. Oh, that's mildly interesting. Did they stop? Nope, I'm not paid enough for this. You handle her. Okie dokie. Mildly interested, I head out onto the deck. The spitting lady seemed angry, kind of indignant actually, so I approached her to ask what was up, and then she went off. I was swimming in this lane, and that guy was going way too fast. He passed me multiple times when he should just go to the faster lane. I was chill. Oh, that sounds frustrating. She seemed confused, like, why isn't this guy angry like everyone else? Did you ask him to move to a different lane? No. Well, then what did you do? I spat on him. That was it. She spat on this dude and other people because he was going fast in a medium speed lane. Like, every time he would pass her, she'd prop up on her side and go, why? How does this solve the problem? I don't understand. I kind of wonder how long it took the guy to notice, because, water. I had no stakes in this situation and getting angry is tiring, so I was kind of just standing there like, this is a thing that happened. No emotion, mildly interested, neutral and friendly. She slowly came around and got embarrassed. She apologized to me and the guy, saying that she was in the wrong. The guy accepted her apology in a disgruntled manner. I think because there are worse things in the pool than saliva, it was more the disrespect and uncertainty of the situation that was upsetting. I discovered over time that she was both a regular at the pool and at getting into fights with people. I became the de facto person who would talk to her when situations occurred because I wouldn't get angry at her. She was always in the wrong from what I remember, but usually came around after having a chat. I'm not gonna draw her in a silly way and no Karen scale either, because I think maybe she was working through some things. Bad life, born with different brain biology, mental health issues, or some combination thereof. Though those things aren't a defense of her actions, I think it's fair to not make fun of her because of them. Sometimes I wonder about all the Karen videos on the internet. I feel like there are multiple kinds. Some are similar to those first two people I talked about, that is, they're aggressively wrong and won't stop until someone they consider an authority comes around. If these individuals got more experience, they'd be more chill. Or maybe they just had an off day. Then there are the people like what I shared in the third story. She was obviously wrong in behaving that way, but something felt off. Spitting on someone because they're going fast in a medium speed lane isn't exactly a typical, well-adjusted thing to do. It doesn't seem like an action someone who is of rational mind would make. It's hard to describe, but I feel like if you disconnect the actions of a person from the person themselves, talking without judgment becomes easier. From there, things often end up better for the both of you. Of course, the person who did the bad thing still has to atone for their actions, but getting to that point is easier when you can have a discussion. Well, that finished on a serious note. Sorry about that. Thanks for watching. See you later.